Look at this beauty. Look at it. This is done. Leaving the fat, the extra, oh, look at those juices in there. Oh, we're well done kind of people here. Alright, let's go take these and let's go make sure these fit. So this one's going to be kind of weird, but okay. So interesting. That fits there, but everywhere there's a spot up here. It's gonna have to, we're gonna have to niche out that. So, that's what I'm saying, like it won't fit quite. It's like a, maybe 5/8, or it's probably an 8, or probably a 1/2 inch. Once it's in, it's going to stick out about 1/2. So when we do our wood, our panels, we're not doing panels, when we do a shiplap, that we could just screw right into the side with cool screws that are even exposed to just look cool. All right, so we're going to have to do a little bit more work on cutting out that angle. But otherwise, this definitely fits. See if I can mark it. I should be able to go. Oh, no, see, that's a thicker one actually. So it's not going to go all the way in there, because otherwise all you'll see is this part. So for some of those, we may just have to form it out here, which is fine. I still would like to get it above this. Or do we need to do that?
Think it out, babe, think it out.
Because here's the thing. I mean, if it goes in there, well, yeah. We do want that, because that's what's going to hold these boards in. And so when you screw them, it's going to press them together. And that's what's going to hold everything. If it stays out here, then it's just going to go like that. So we have to have something. So we do need to have this out. So, and they're all going to be the same. So I think if we were to cut it out right there, and it's only like that. So I should be able just to cut out that corner with this saw I just put back. Figures, right? You grab that green plug. You need it over here.
Let me plug it in.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't want to do it while you were touching the blade. Do you need goggles? Oh no.
Probably. I just want to do one. Let's do one cut just to see. So that is 3/4 by 3/4. Let's go see if this fits. You ready?
Where's your bone I just gave you? Did you bury that too?
I mean, how's that?
Perfect.
Some of these we might have to hammer in and trim them up. But at 3/4 up there, actually it could probably be a 1/2 inch, not 3/4. So let's go with 1/2 inch and try another one with 1/2 inch. Okay. And then once we frame it, it'll be good. Even this one. See if I can. Gotta get that up there somehow. Okay, one down. Let's go. All right, so today, yesterday we went to town. We got the insulation and we went with the R15, 15 and a half, I believe it is, 15 and a quarter width, and we went with, man, I don't remember the name of it, but apparently it's not, it's like the fiberglass, it's a little bit nicer, it's a little bit more money, nicer to work with. You're saying another customer who's a contractor was saying his guys really like the stuff we got, so it's a little bit more money. They didn't have the 23 inch, but then we learned that we shouldn't tuck the insulation or compress it. And both of them said the worker at Lowe's as well as the contractor that happened to be there talking to us too. So I'm glad we understood that first. They said if you compress the insulation that it actually reduces the R factor or whatever, that it doesn't insulate as well. So anyway, so what we're doing today. All right, so Janee's out there sanding. She is sanding the form boards. For the bottom, we're gonna do a 2x4, but we're gonna let the metal show. So this right here. All right, get the camera back. This right here looks like just like some sort of felt paper underneath the plywood sheets that they put down. And this is all metal underneath and all this. So I think we're gonna try to just paint this black, just simple spray paint black. And that will kind of be our running board on the bottom of the floor. And then above that, we're gonna do a 2x4 with the same colored black as the door, which is kind of off black, but kind of like a stainless, like almost like a gun safe type of feel. Same color we did the locomotive actually. So then we're gonna do the 2x4 down here. Then we're gonna do the plywood, which I believe is 5/8, I believe we got, I don't remember. And then, yeah, it looks like 5/8 from here. And then we're gonna do, which goes up to about here, 2 feet up. And then we're gonna do a 2x6, also black. Is my first step while she's sanding. Turn this around. First thing I'm doing is I tried hoping that we can just, actually longer ones, 2-inch screws, to just drill in through the corner and get in there. We don't need a whole lot to hold them, just enough to get them so they don't wander off the trim boards. Because as you can see in here, this caboose has all these crevices, and we could stick it 2x3 perfectly. I mean, to the part almost, or to the. So what we did is this will hold it from coming out, but we need to build to make sure it doesn't slip or anything when we drill in our boards. So we're just going to tack these 2x4, 2x3s, and in order to do that, we don't need much. So we're just going to use this bracket. I had a few of them before we went to Lowe's just to try it, and the other, if I drilled straight into the corner, I couldn't get it. It was pushing this out and everything. Where this was much easier to zip it in. It takes 4 screws though versus 1, but this I think will actually hold it better than just throwing one in. And obviously I can't go through the sides because we got to be able to fit in between there, so I can't do it standard drill it in, or screw it in or nail it in from the sides, from the ends, unfortunately. I guess we could probably do one side, but for the sake of ease, we're just going to put these brackets in. I was off on my measurement.
Oh no. That's not good.
forgot my next measurement.
Baby. Tired baby girls. I'm all done.
Alright, so good news. I'm almost done.
Looks
This side.
good.
Bad news. I didn't count the brackets right. I counted each panel times 2 to get it started, but didn't realize that it's 2 per side because I had to do 4 here, 4 here.
So we ran out.
So I've got enough, I think, to do most everything except for those last 2 on this side, but we could work this way to try to get that done tomorrow. 'Cause tomorrow's the only day we have, right? But
Well, how many more do you need?
I'm trying to figure out how to do this because of all this stuff.
Yeah.
So we could do a board this way and a board down. And we could do one here that's 1, 2, 3 brackets. But we're gonna need to get it drilled all the way down, right? So
Is there a space right there, or is it touching the wall? Those are 2 short ones. It looks like it's spaced.
where?
Here, you can put a piece of wood.
Put one this way. I'm wondering, maybe I can just go straight down with some small pieces. How deep is that? I can't see. And then it would be up here, and I could zip to that to hold it.
See, that side has that little notch on it.
And
that
this
little
right
notch.
here, I could slide in, and that would hold it here, right?
Yeah. You're gonna have to improvise.
I see. All right. Starting the day, 9 o'clock. Got this new knife. It was on clearance at Lowe's for like $4. Regular price like 15. Razor sharp. And I thought this is perfect for cutting these pencils in. So far, it's working pretty good. So tomorrow we're taking, well, the weekend, it's Memorial Weekend. So we're gonna take, I won't be back to the Caboose till Tuesday. Your sister's coming up, and then Sunday we're gonna get some things done at home that we gotta do, admin kind of stuff, as well as possibly go out. I think we have a local band playing. And then Monday is Memorial Day. We may go and get more supplies focused on paint. And I need more of those L brackets. So it kind of depends on that.
Do you know how many you need?
A lot, like 80 again.
Oh, really? Not many?
Probably go for 100. All right, so we got our installation for the Caboose from Lowe's, and the guy there and the contractor were actually saying this is a pretty good one. It's 16-inch on centers, not 15 like I thought it said. I thought it said 15. Oh, it's 15 and quarter width, so it's made for 16. All right, R15. They said that this one, this particular type mineral wool, it actually is
better sound barrier. Looks like exceptional fire, but it's not fiberglass, so we don't really know much about insulation yet. We're getting to know it. And we just went ahead and got it because this is all they had for an R15. All the R13s were all fiberglass insulation. So anyway, we got 8 of these to start. We'll need more, but it's a start for now.
Are you high yet? Whoa! Holy crap, that's strong. Yeah.
Dead now. Oh, battery's dead. Huh?
You have another one of those?
I don't. Great time. What do you think? So one plastic almost getting us down there.
Yeah, and this part we could do by the doors.
Yeah. Go throw these in the shorts. Good morning. Just a quick share that this is the knife we were using yesterday for the insulation, and after doing one side, which was about 3 of those bagfuls, and cutting on everything, that it did feel like it was getting dull. It was still cutting, but it was just feel like it wasn't the razor sharp that it was. So I got this out I've had this for about a year, I think, a year and a half. So got it on Amazon. Eversharp Presto, it looks like it's the name of it. But this thing is awesome. So if anybody's looking, there's all those like sharpening blades and all that, and you got to get the angle right and all that, and I'm not really experienced with that. So I bought this that had awesome reviews and a lot of purchases. I'm not promoting this, I'm just saying this turned out to be pretty cool. So what I did, I actually already sharpened it, but because it was already pretty sharp, usually you would start here with three rounds on each one of these. And for this one, since it was still pretty sharp, I didn't want to like start over on it, so I just did a quick little sharpen and using this last one. So I'm not going to do it right, well, I will do it. So just like that, it has the angle, it has different sizes for whatever knife size you have. This is the smallest, it's a really thin knife. So just do back and forth. And this is the final, so this is the initial cut, medium, and then your final. And unless your knife is super dull, I only did like 3 on each. I went ahead and did all our kitchen knives again too, which I reminded Janee that I did it, because they do get very sharp when this is over, when they're all sharpened. And that's it. And then we got a little bit of steel dust, and so I just take a wet towel every time I'm done sharpening, and but in this case, use my pants. It's not a kitchen knife, this is for the work. So anyway, if you ever wanted a knife sharpener and curious if they're any good, this was a little bit more expensive, but it was it's awesome. So, and with that said, today we are taking the day off. We are Janee's got her sister up here visiting from the valley for the weekend. This is Memorial Weekend, so happy Memorial Weekend to everybody. And today they're out shopping already. They're out in the antique stores, small town kind of stuff, and I am at home sharpening blades and cooking a brisket. It's awesome. It smells so good. Let's go check it, because I think I need to add a few more wood chips in there. What are you guys doing? The other dog here is our Janee's daughter's dog that I'm babysitting, and she is pregnant. She is expected to give birth any time now. Alright guys, move out of the way. Alright, let's see what we got here. They're still good. Just gonna throw another one in there. So what I'm trying to do is on this brisket, let's get this started. Sometimes I can't tell if it started. Oop, that was not on. Got some propane backfire. Alright, so I got the temperature not quite 150. I like to keep it about 150, 200, 180 range. It's perfect. I've watched other YouTube, so go watch those if you're interested in smoking a brisket. But the last couple times I've done it, and I don't smoke brisket often, but I was trimming off the fat like some of those YouTube says, and honestly it just came out a lot drier. So I didn't trim any fat on this brisket. In fact, before the temperature gets up, I'll show you. Oh yeah, look at that. Looking good. I think it's probably getting close to time to, let's see if I got water in there. Yep, I got good water. Everything's good. Alright. That smells so good. So in here, on this particular one, this is a propane and charcoal option grill, and I've experimented half dozen times so far on brisket, but one thing I noticed, I thought, okay, put some charcoal in there and get it going, and then charcoal just kind of keep it. Well, charcoal, it's hard to control it, and so the temperatures sometimes just shoot up there when you get the fresh wood on there. So propane full round is the best. I did put like 3 or 4 little charcoal briskets is all. But yeah, basically I just kind of throw a couple more woods in there every now and then, and if the wood catches on fire, this will jump up. And as I learned on YouTube, that's important to try not to do, because that will seal the crust on the brisket, and you won't get that smoke to penetrate as much. So I'm doing this. We started late. We accidentally slept in a little bit till like 7. By the time I got this going, it was like 8. So we're already a couple hours behind to have this as a late dinner. But we'll do. It's holiday weekend. We got lots of time. So, good excuse for another beer, right? So, with this, I'm cooking it for about 4 to 5 hours. It's probably about time I could tell that I start spritzing it. Apple juice, apple vinegar with some water is pretty good. You can use regular water too. So, all right, and then it's seasoned too. I just did a whole bunch of crazy seasonings on that thing. Oh, wish you could smell that. That is pretty awesome. It's a beautiful day out here. Check this out. It's breezy, so we're hoping to do a campfire, but we can't. It's too breezy. The fire department up here tends to like to shut it down pretty quick in this area, especially on holiday weekends, to keep all the campers from burning down the forest. But I will admit, it is a little breezy today on this Friday, so hopefully we can do a campfire tomorrow, or maybe tonight if it calms down. Alright, so that's about it today. Maybe I'll show you guys a little bit of what the ending of the brisket in time wise. Janee always jokes with me because I always think I'm going to have it done around 6 or so, but by the time you know what, I should use those new temperature things. I have those little prongs you stick in, and it helps so you can figure out the temperature. But anyway, after about 4 or 5 hours, I'm going to use butcher paper, wrap that thing up, and start turning up the heat a little bit more. And that's where I get it up to, I think 250 if I remember. I'll have to double check. And cook it for like another 5 hours. So it's going to be awesome. Alright, so I'm going to show you. I just stuck this on. I just wrapped it really quick with the butcher paper. I put it on. I was going to mention 2 things. One is, when you first put it on, I learned from YouTube, some other professional smokers out there versus what I am, that you put the fat side down, and that helps prevent from the brisket drying out more and all that. You still have to spritz it and all, and then when you put it in the smoker, after you do the butcher paper, you put the fat side up, and that allows all that grease to really just kind of soak into that meat and really get the flavor in there. So anyway, that's what we did. And I was going to mention this round, which this is my favorite. I love apple, and everything I do is pretty much with this. I think I have hickory. I do like the oak. I actually like the cherry too, but I couldn't find cherry large chips, just the small ones. I do like the oak. I like apple and oak probably the best. Hickory mesquite is the most common to find, but I just like these other ones better. Alright, let's cook. smell it? You can smell it? Yes, it's so good. We are cutting up some brisket right here. Look at this. Oh, aged to perfection. They're making fun of me because I'm a little overjoyed. Look at this. This is the fatty side. I don't know the proper name. We just cut the other side. Now we're doing the fattier side. But look at this. Look at that. Oh, that is. It's like artwork.